Hello everyone and welcome back to YouTube channel. So today I am going to start a new tutorial series on React and we will be covering the whole React step by step. In between we will be doing some mini projects also. Okay, and finally we will do one mega project in the end of this series. So before we start this tutorial series, if you have any interest in web development, then subscribe the channel for this tutorial series. Now let us know why React is so much promising web development language in this decade. So do you know how Facebook and Instagram are built and how social media apps like Netflix, YouTube and WhatsApp are working for millions of its users? Well, the reason behind it is React. Now before starting, we are very much concerned about why we should learn this language, right? Because time is money. Everyone knows that time is very important. So to utilize your time, which is going to be fruitful for you in future, right? So you should spend your time in that direction. So if you are concerned about why we should learn this language, then I have divided this in two parts: why we should learn React.js and what is the future scope of this. Alright guys, so now let us see why we should learn this language. So here are few points which I am going to discuss. So the first one is it is still top market skills. So why I am saying this, because if you see the current job trends, then here is the October's GitHub report and you can see in the graph that JavaScript is currently the topmost language and React is JavaScript library. So you can understand that it is still the most promising language and many top companies use it for their environment. Now the next is component based architecture and scalability. So this is the unique point of React which makes it different from others. React is efficient in updating the UI with the help of its virtual DOM. Okay, virtual DOM क्या होता है? You can think it of as a copy of real DOM. Okay, and if I talk about real DOM, so suppose you update any button or click any button, then the whole DOM gets rendered. Okay, and this process is time consuming. So we have a concept of virtual DOM in React. This virtual DOM makes a copy of real DOM, and suppose any button gets clicked, then only that button will be updated. Okay, so I'm not going in detail, I'm just giving you the brief knowledge and trying to make you understand. As the AI applications are growing, okay, they will become more complex and there you will need React as a front-end UI, right, which can allow developers to build more modular and reusable components, right? So if you are going to learn this language, this will help you in future also. Now the next is integration with AI libraries and frameworks. So everyone must have heard about TensorFlow, right? It is used in AI technology for running machine learning models. So React can easily integrate with these libraries and it can provide a smooth front-end experience for AI-based applications. So if someone is saying that AI is going to eat your job, then my opinion is that if you are transforming yourself with the current technology stack, then you will be able to survive in the coming AI generation. So if you are learning React, then it can be used for building an interactive interface, okay, to train those AI models. Then we have universal application for AI powered solutions. Now what does it mean? Universal applications means those applications which can run on web or mobile or desktop. Okay, so if you are learning React, then for mobile development we have React Native, and for server side rendering we have Next.js. So to know React Native and Next.js, you should have knowledge of React. Okay, so it is opening a broader ecosystem for you. If you learn React, then you can build end-to-end AI solutions for these different platforms in future. So these are the few points why you should learn React. And now what is the future scope of React? Alright, so if we talk about the future scope of React, then Meta continues to invest heavily in React. Okay, and it is currently working on these two features of React: concurrent mode and SSR, which is server side rendering. So these two features make React more responsive and scalable, and Meta is working on it. So React is not going anywhere. Okay, it is evolving with the upcoming AI generation. So you don't have to very much worry about it. You just continue with it. And lastly, Meta has also focused on improving React's compatibility with technologies like WebAssembly and TensorFlow. I have already discussed about TensorFlow, right? So if we see, then Meta is working with React so that the upcoming AI models can run easily in the browser. And also, if we do the comparison between AI and human workforce, then currently and in the upcoming future, AI will be trained on models and they will be helping in solving complex problem. But if you see about creating the UI for different applications, then this is more shifted towards the human level creativity, because machines can solve complex problems but they can't create architecture or they can't take any design decisions, because it all depends upon human level. So you just focus on learning React. You can learn from my platform or any other platform you like. It all depends upon you. Alright guys, so now let us see the React history. So in 2011, React Origin took place and it was developed by Jordan Waki. Then in 2013, its first initial release was done, and then in 2015 it was made open source by the Facebook, so it was available to every developer for free. So this was all about the introduction of React. In the next tutorial we will be covering React in more detail, so those who want to learn React, they can subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. So मिलते हैं next tutorial में. Till then, goodbye and thank you.